At the police academy, Captain Sophia was a legend. At 40, she moved with authority that silenced rooms. Her immaculate bun and rigid posture, the personification of discipline. I, Julia, 25 years old, a recruit, was supposed to admire from a distance. But from the first day, I didn't just see the captain, I saw the woman. I saw the way her eyes, so serious and focused, would sometimes get lost for an instant. I saw the subtle curve of her lips when she thought no one was watching, and I began to provoke. In training, I pushed the limits just to see her gaze land on me, a mix of irritation and something else, a spark of interest she tried to hide. I was her brightest student and her biggest distraction. The game was dangerous. The hierarchy was a wall, and I was determined to find a crack. The tension between us was an electric secret, an exercise in control that both of us were about to lose. My rebellion was an invitation, and I just needed to know if she would have the courage to accept it. Our first interaction alone was at the end of a self-defense training. I had pushed my body past its limit, and she told me to stay behind. "You're reckless, recruit," she said, her voice low and controlled, but I felt the concern beneath the reprimand. She came closer to check my pulse, and her professional touch sent a wave of heat up my arm. Our eyes met, and the air grew thick. The proximity was unbearable. She pulled back abruptly, her captain's mask back in place, but I had seen it, I had felt it. That night, my boldness peaked. I knew she worked late. I went to her office, my heart pounding wildly. The door was ajar. She was with her back to me, massaging her neck, her hair loose from its bun, falling in soft waves. She looked vulnerable, human. I knocked softly. She turned, surprised, her composure faltering. "Julia, what are you doing here?" The way she said my first name was a caress. I began, with no script, no plan. I just wanted to know if the captain was okay. My gaze dropped to her lips. It was a clear and dangerous invitation. The silence in her office was heavy, full of possibilities. My gaze on her lips was a breach of protocol and insubordination of the heart. She could have thrown me out, ended my career right there, but she did. I saw the fight in her eyes, the battle between duty and a desire she had probably never allowed herself to feel. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered, but her voice had no strength, none of the captain's authority. It was Sophia's voice. I took another step, closing the distance between us. Her perfume was subtle, expensive. "Maybe I'm exactly where I should be," I replied, my own voice a whisper. I reached out my hand and, with an audacity that surprised even myself, touched her loose hair. It was as soft as I had imagined. She shivered at my touch, but didn't pull away. She closed her eyes, an instant, a silent surrender. And in that moment, I knew. The wall had fallen. I leaned in and kissed her. The kiss was hesitant at first, a test. Then it became urgent, desperate. Her hands, which once signed reports, now gripped my arms, pulling me closer. The kiss broke every rule, burned every bridge. We pulled apart, breathless, our faces inches away. Shock and desire wrestled in her eyes. "This can't happen, Julia," she said, but her hands were still holding me. "It already did," I replied. Our affair began that night, a secret kept under lock and key in the dark corners of the academy. We would meet in her office after everyone had left, or in quick getaways to my small apartment. It was dangerous, reckless, and the most thrilling thing I had ever experienced. The duality was maddening. By day, she was my ruthless captain, shouting orders, her expression cold. But at night, in the privacy of our encounters, she was just Sophia, vulnerable, passionate, her skin warm against mine. I loved watching her lose control, surrendering to the desire she tried so hard to suppress during the day. Every stolen kiss was a victory. Every secret touch a rebellion against the world that wanted to keep us apart. But secrets have a short lifespan. Another recruit, jealous of my rapid rise, started to suspect. I saw his gaze following us, putting the pieces together. The danger of being exposed became real, threatening to destroy not just my career but hers, the woman who had built a lifetime of respect and honor. Our secret paradise was about to crumble. The life lesson I learned wasn't at the academy, but in her arms. I learned that true courage isn't in following the rules, but in knowing when to break them for something that truly matters. Our love was born in hierarchy, but it flourished in rebellion. And now we had to decide if it was worth fighting for in the light of day, or if we would let it die in the shadows to protect everything we had built. Our greatest battle wouldn't be on the training field. It would be for our own happiness, and I was not willing to surrender.